Have you ever pondered about the future of our world and the role of space in it? We often look up at the stars with wonder, but could they hold secrets that threaten our very existence? Over the next 25 years, cosmic events could pose risks we can scarcely imagine. Asteroids, gamma-ray bursts, solar flares. These aren't just the stuff of science fiction, but real, imminent threats. So, can space events really lead to the world's end? Let's delve into this fascinating question. The cosmos, vast and mysterious, is also a potential source of existential threats. When we gaze into the night sky, we're not just looking at a sea of twinkling lights, but a landscape filled with potential dangers that could change life as we know it. Let's start with asteroids. These are rocky bodies that orbit the sun, just like our planet. But what would happen if one of these celestial bodies happened to stray from its orbit and collide with Earth? The result would be catastrophic. An asteroid impact could unleash an energy equivalent to thousands of nuclear bombs, causing massive destruction on a global scale. Picture dinosaurs. They were thought to be wiped out by such a catastrophic event around 65 million years ago. Next, we have gamma-ray bursts, the most powerful explosions known in the universe. These bursts can release more energy in 10 seconds than our sun will emit in its entire 10 billion-year lifespan. A gamma-ray burst aimed at Earth could strip away our planet's ozone layer, exposing life to harmful radiation from the sun. And speaking of the sun, let's not forget about solar flares. These are sudden flashes of increased sun's brightness, often associated with sunspot activity. A particularly strong solar flare could disrupt our planet's magnetic field and cause widespread power outages and satellite disruptions. In a world that's increasingly dependent on technology, the impact of such an event could be devastating. These are just some of the cosmic threats that our planet faces. Each one has the potential to cause a global catastrophe, changing life as we know it. And while the chances of these events happening in the next 25 years may seem slim, the reality is that they are entirely possible. Given these potential threats, the question is not if, but when. Asteroids, the silent killers of the cosmos. Often, we overlook these celestial bodies, viewing them as mere rocks floating in the vastness of space. However, they hold a destructive potential that's truly astounding. The possibility of an asteroid impact on Earth is not a matter of if, but when. Our planet has been a silent witness to such catastrophic events, and the scars left behind serve as a chilling reminder of the devastation they can cause. A significant asteroid impact could trigger a series of disastrous effects. Imagine, if you will, a giant asteroid hurtling towards Earth at unimaginable speeds. Upon impact, it would release energy equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs. This cataclysmic event would instantly obliterate everything in its vicinity, leaving behind a crater hundreds of kilometers wide. But the immediate destruction is just the beginning. The impact would eject an enormous amount of dust and debris into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight on a global scale. The sudden drop in sunlight would have a profound effect on the Earth's climate, plunging the world into a deep freeze, a phenomenon known as an impact winter. In the oceans, the story is no less grim. The asteroid's impact could trigger massive tsunamis, with waves reaching heights taller than the tallest skyscrapers. These monstrous waves would sweep across the oceans, annihilating coastal cities and claiming countless lives. Meanwhile, wildfires would rage across the land. The intense heat generated by the impact could ignite fires on a global scale, turning vast stretches of forest into smoldering wastelands. These fires would further contribute to the darkening of our skies, exacerbating the impact winter. The combined effects of an asteroid impact, the immediate destruction, the global wildfires, the massive tsunamis, and the prolonged impact winter could lead to a mass extinction event threatening all life on Earth. So while asteroids may indeed be silent, their potential for destruction is deafening. They serve as a stark reminder that our existence in this vast cosmos is fragile, and that we must remain vigilant in our efforts to detect and deflect these potential planet killers. The devastating effects of an asteroid impact could indeed spell the end of the world as we know it. The universe's deadliest fireworks, gamma-ray bursts. Imagine a celestial event so powerful it unleashes as much energy in a few seconds as the sun will over its entire 10 billion year lifespan. That, my friends, is a gamma-ray burst, or GRB. These cosmic phenomena are the most energetic events known to humankind, and they occur when a massive star collapses into a black hole or neutron star, releasing a beam of gamma rays, the highest energy form of light. Now, these bursts are not frequent, but when they do occur, they can be devastating. You might be wondering, how could a gamma ray burst affect us here on Earth? Well, if a GRB were to happen close enough to us, let's say within a few thousand light years, it could have catastrophic effects. The intense radiation of a nearby GRB could strip away our planet's ozone layer, the protective shield that keeps harmful solar radiation from reaching the surface. With our ozone layer severely depleted, ultraviolet rays from the sun would freely bombard the Earth's surface. This harsh, unfiltered sunlight could lead to widespread biological damage. Our ecosystems would suffer with plant life, particularly phytoplankton, the base of many food chains, being the most vulnerable. With these primary producers severely affected, the impact would ripple up the food chain, potentially leading to mass extinctions. Not to mention, the increased exposure to ultraviolet rays would have direct health impacts on humans and other animals, including higher rates of skin cancers and eye damage. So while we revel in the beauty and mystery of the cosmos, it's also important to recognize its potential dangers. Even though the likelihood of a gamma-ray burst in our galactic neighborhood is low, it's a possibility we can't completely rule out. After all, the universe is a vast, unpredictable place. A gamma-ray burst in our vicinity could indeed be a death sentence for our planet. But for now, we can only continue our exploration, increase our understanding, and hope for the best. The sun, our life-giving star, also harbors the potential for immense destruction. Imagine 1 billion atomic bombs detonating at once. That's the kind of energy we're talking about when we speak of solar flares. These are intense bursts of radiation that the sun emits, and while they're a common occurrence, their potency is what can spell disaster for us. Solar flares are not just about the heat, they're also about the electromagnetic radiation they emit. This radiation can play havoc with our technology-dependent world. The most significant risk lies in their ability to disrupt power grids. Picture this: a colossal solar flare strikes Earth, creating a geomagnetic storm that takes out power grids worldwide. Suddenly, we're plunged into darkness. No electricity, no internet. The world as we know it grinds to a halt. But it's not just about losing our Netflix or being unable to charge our phones. The implications are much graver. Hospitals would lose power, affecting life-saving equipment. Water treatment plants would shut down, leading to potential public health crises. The food supply chain would be disrupted, leading to shortages and potentially widespread famine. And then there's the radiation. A solar flare's radiation doesn't reach the Earth's surface thanks to our atmosphere. But what about our astronauts in space or air travelers at high altitudes? They could be exposed to dangerous levels of radiation, leading to severe health issues, even death. Solar flares are a reminder of our fragile existence in the cosmos. We're at the mercy of our sun, a star that gives us life but can also take it away. We're not talking about a hypothetical scenario here. In 1859, a powerful solar flare known as the Carrington event struck Earth, causing widespread disruptions. If something similar were to happen today, the consequences would be unimaginably catastrophic. A massive solar flare could plunge our world into chaos, potentially leading to the end of civilization as we know it. It's a stark reminder of the power the cosmos wields over us and the need to respect and understand it. So, is it all doom and gloom? Not necessarily. Let's pause for a moment to appreciate the extraordinary efforts being made to detect and mitigate these cosmic threats. It's not all about waiting for the end, you see. It's about doing what we can to prevent it. Across the globe, space agencies are working tirelessly to keep our planet safe. NASA, for instance, has the Planetary Defense Coordination Office, dedicated to detecting and tracking near-Earth objects. Their goal? To find these cosmic threats before they find us. In Europe, the European Space Agency's Hera mission is set to launch in just a few years. Its purpose? To test whether we can deflect an asteroid on a collision course with Earth. Then there's the International Asteroid Warning Network, a collective of organizations from around the world, sharing information and coordinating efforts to defend our planet. These initiatives are not just about safeguarding the present, but about securing our future. By studying these celestial bodies, we can learn more about the universe and our place in it. In the face of cosmic threats, we're not helpless, we're proactive, innovative, and resilient. While space does pose threats, remember, it also holds the key to our survival and future. After all, we are in essence star stuff.